This morning, Norman, what we did was we spent about an hour and a quarter, hour and a half looking at a whole range of issues that came up around care, and then we focused in on two particular aspects. One is the cost of care, one is the quality of care.
So it's not quick and it's not easy, but thank goodness there's organisations like Age Concern around to kind of facilitate this debate and to make sure that we hear the voices of those people who matter the most, which are the voices of the carers and, more importantly, perhaps the people who need the care.
Top fees of £100 for residential care and £220 for nursing care are now the common, not the exception.
The system's not fair at the moment. You know, it's a disincentive to save. It's a disincentive to work and put money aside for your future retirement, because if you need care, you're going to have to pay, well, in Cheshire, you're paying £17 odd an hour domiciliary care, which will just eat up any savings which you've made.
It's going to have to cost more money, you know. It's this ageing thing that you touched on, you know. All the people are living longer, people with learning disabilities are living longer, and it's expensive to try and keep this running to a high quality.
Social care in the way that people are spoken to, the way they are valued. Older people are sometimes not valued, and that is so hurtful.
The quality of care, these people, a lot of these carers are untrained. And they come into the house, which we just said, it's a matter of need that these people want, but they don't get what they need because the person who comes in to do the caring is off somewhere else after an hour or whatever it is, and they don't get the proper care, and they're left for hours before they come back again.
First of all, we think the care system is very complex and it's hard to find your way around it. I mean, from a personal viewpoint, you listen to other people, you find out things by accident.
There's not enough information. We get lack of information. The information we do get is mainly by word of mouth, the way people find out through such services as Age Concern.
The information has got to be clear at the right time, and it must be written. And I think most people's concern initially was the lack of information, although that in turn then turned around to how people can actually obtain that information.
When do they provide more facilities than what the other ones have, and you can get certain things from one county and not from another.
Yes, my concern I mentioned before is the diversity of provision for activities in residential homes. One that I'm particularly linked with, the person I'm looking after, very little activity provided at all. They go in, they're sitting around, they're reading the paper, sleeping. Whereas others you can go to, there's somebody appointed to provide activities, and all of which are stimulating and helpful for people concerned.
It's postcode lottery again. The fact that Hull City Council's criteria level are totally different to every single other authorities. One day I receive services. Next month, next week, next day, I might lose all my services because of that criteria changing. My condition hasn't changed, my lifestyle hasn't changed, but for some reason or another I lose services.
I'll go shopping down Northborough, but I want to go to town, and they will not take me to town unless I pay for them to go in a taxi with me. So I just don't go to town.
2 examples we had was somebody who wants to go to the pictures with a friend on a Monday, and the carer will only take one of them, not both of them together. And the other example was someone who didn't want to go out when it was raining, but the carer said, no, we're going out.
Care is 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year, exactly the same as how. It doesn't stop at 4:30 on Friday afternoon and then restart again on a Monday morning. It goes on over that weekend. And the people who need caring and looking after have just as much right to have a life over that weekend with dignity as they do during the week if they get it. And they, you know, why is it cut off? You know, why is it cut off?